Well, good morning. Welcome to Living in the Tennessee Bottoms. Got a quick little video I want to show you this morning. May add some more to it later on. Be patient with me. I don't have the old selfie stick here. I'm holding with my hand. We work with a program called Matthew 25:40, and it's called like Feed the Need. I can tell you more about it later on. It's just a program that the government sends food from different, like from Memphis to us for X amount of families. Normally, I think right now we're feeding around 700 families. We meet at the fairgrounds and they drive through and we distribute whatever food they send us. That being said, we was tied up all day Thursday, all day Friday because we had VBS, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And this is what happens when you get 4 days behind on not picking your okra. See all this? And I've already picked from down there. I'm about right here, about halfway. But you can see what it looks like all the way down. And I don't know if anyone out there has a recipe for okra when it gets to be that size. Most of the time it ain't much you can do with it. Except save it for seed. We got behind on the corn here. And today, pretty much, she all has to be picked. I'm not going to try to, right here. I mean, it's all the way through in here. Yeah, I'm going to have to get up in amongst there. I thought I got everything on this outside row. But she got behind. Let me turn you around here. And this is the other end of the okra right here. You know, Miss Libby told me to pick it and that she would be able to cut through it. Here's what happens when you get like 3 or 4 days of rain and you don't have time to come work the garden. All this down through here, I'm probably going to pull these weeds by hand this morning. And here is, I haven't even looked at our green beans yet, our pole beans. There should be some beans in there somewhere. I don't see them. I begin to wonder if I need to get a dud here, but I know I didn't. But the peas, you can see our peas is really putting out right now. I didn't know we had that many putting out, but we do, thank goodness. And down to the tomatoes, this row here is still putting out, even though it's dying back. So you get up in here, the rows are wet. I'm gonna walk around to the other end. Got to get a tiller up in here, probably pointing you down toward the ground there. And you can see our banana peppers here. It's time to get a hold of them again. And what did I see up in here? Yeah, more banana peppers. But let me turn you around here. It's hard to do holding this phone by my hand. I'm gonna get in amongst these tomatoes. How you like that, Grandma? I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna get up amongst these tomatoes, baby. Yeah, and let me turn you back around here with the phone. Phone/camera. Isn't technology fancy today? I've already stood these back up once. And you can see up in here, it's that way all the way down. We do have tomatoes to pick today. Don't look as bad, but that's how it normally is. I'm wading in mud right now. Yeah, look up in here. Goodness gracious. Now that is a healthy tomato. And I'm believing this is, I forgot what the name of this one here is. I'm on the tags right down there. There was only 1 or 2 plants we had like that, but I kind of like that. It's got a smaller stem. I don't know what I'm pointing at. It's got a smaller stem. But look at that puppy. It's a good rich tomato. And I'm gonna try to put that thing right there. But you can see the aisles are muddy. And there are tomatoes that need to be picked. Plenty of peppers. These are our mammoth peppers. They were really slow starting out. But this puppy, look at this thing. It is loaded now. I mean, I think Miss Libby said she's getting about to her end on the pepper. She's made quite a bit of pepper jelly, different stuff with the peppers. All these right here are the banana peppers. Most of them are. Some are cayenne. Told you that before. And our German Johnsons down here are finally starting to put out. They're not putting out like I thought they would. Next year, I don't think it's going to be any of those. Here's our jalapeno, just regular jalapeno. Our son from Slash, let's see, that's a nice one right there. Slash Florida, slash Alabama. Look at that right there. Him and the daughter-in-law, or should I say daughter? Oh, there's some nice ones in there. They came down a few weeks ago, stopped by on the way back. I think it's around the middle of the month. Had a grandson, Spencer, had a birthday. Wants you at Sky. I didn't get to recognize him on our channel here, but he watches all our stuff. And he's got his own YouTube channel too. I'm not for sure the name of it. He just started something about, he puts a Bible verse on every day. Always proud of grandkids when they do something like that. But they came down and I got pictures of them picking all the peppers down through here. Going to take a bunch back with them. Talked to them, I think the day before yesterday. Just talking about they got home and they was going to make those stuffed jalapeno poppers, and they diced them up or whatever they done and done all their stuff. They said it was so hot they could feel it going through their skin. They could feel it coming out their face. And I don't know what took place. When you're making those, as Miss Libby says, she puts a glove on one hand and doesn't touch it with the other hand whatsoever, because she learned her lesson on it. But we have a few peppers down through here. There's some of the cayenne, and even some of the other ones are so hot that that's probably what they got into. They probably got some of the mixed varieties, and some are hotter than the other ones. Like, let me turn you around here. This plant here just started producing itself, and look at that puppy there. That's nice and everything, real nice. And I am so far behind. I'm probably killing you switching this phone around. But the sun's coming up. God's blessed us with another day. The girls over out there walking around, they happy with their free range. They're out there eating bugs this morning. Our livestock guardian dog been on duty all night. She's now decided it's time to take a nap. Strawberry has to be de-weeded. I'm gonna be out here probably most of the day. I might as well just get me my comfortable mind on, like, all right, Barry, gonna be here for a while. It ain't going nowhere. But you can see right here where our stakes are starting to pull over. Strings are pulled down, plants are pulled down. I will have a different system next year. Didn't know they was going to get this big. But on that note, we're going to sign off for a little while. May tune back in a short, because I'm just halfway down on these peppers. I mean, peppers. They look like peppers. Okra. Then I'm going to switch from the okra, I think, over to tomatoes. You know, southern tomatoes. And you can see the cucumbers here. They died back, but you can see just in a few days they pop back out. And you see the big ones there. I don't know if Miss Libby's going to do anything. I think she said she is done with the cucumbers. I mean, they're pretty much all the way down there. And the green beans here, I don't know what they're doing yet. But y'all just stay tuned today, and we'll be back in a little bit and see what else we can get into. All right, we're back for a little bit here. I wanted to show you what we've done so far. Is we've gone through and picked the corn. I just got in there and threw it out in the middle of the aisles. Give you a look-see here. You can see I just threw them down through here all the way around. And so far, it's not looking too bad. I think I'm at about 150 ears right there, not including what I've got in the bucket. Not including what I got here and down at the other end of the row. And we probably already picked probably about 6 dozen earlier, you know. So it's looking pretty good. But on the other side is, here's the okra we picked this morning. You can see, I'm trying to get you in here so you can see. Hard to hold this thing. Let me see here. You see how big they are? Just hold one up. There we go. That's about seed. That's about all it is. And walk you down here. Picked a few tomatoes, not as much as last week. Last week we picked, it was like 4 5-gallon buckets full. And you can see right here, we got a couple of 5-gallon buckets full right there. Still got plenty of green tomatoes on there. And you can see what down the aisle here, what we got here. I'm gonna pick these up and throw them out to the chickens, but you know, you can't get to your crop in time. It's gonna rot on the vine, and that's what happened right there. The German Johnson tomato, I've heard some of the subscribers say they really liked them. First year I've grew them, me and Miss Libby, and I particularly don't care for them. So far I haven't had a really good one yet. They're a big tomato. You can see right here what we got on the ground, and you can see they look to be pretty meaty right there. Let's be breaking that thing apart there. Oops, I don't know if you can see it. It looks to be pretty meaty, but it also has a big stem. Show you another one right there. You can see the stem on it. And you know, they ripen, they pretty slow. They're growing underneath the plants. They're hard to see. You have to really get underneath there to get them. And that's my fault. I ain't got them up good enough. But I'm not real impressed with them. But on that note, I've got to get back to getting the corn up. I just wanted to show you where we're at, how much corn we got up, the okra we got off and everything, the few tomatoes we got a ton of peppers to pick. And it's going to be hot today. It's already humid. I think yesterday we had a heat factor about 105, somewhere along there, 104, 105. And today you can see the clouds up in the sky behind me, but it's just a low line. If you look across the Tennessee bottoms right here, you can see it's a low line, but it's humid. It is very humid. Give you a shout out right there, Old Glory. I guess, can you see Old Glory up there? I hope you can. Really proud of that there. But that being said, we got landscaping to do up there. It's just, man, when you're down here on a farm, there's no end to it. But I hope the next time you see me, this right here, what you see down through here, it's going to be gone. I'm gonna try anyway. So we'll be back here just in a little bit. Sorry about that. Well, good morning, welcome back. Yesterday we was out in the garden. I showed you the videos of us picking the corn. It was laid all out in the rows, and this is what we ended up getting. I can't remember if I told you how much we got. I think I did. Overall, we ended up getting probably close to, I think, 240 ears. I think that breaks down with about 20 dozen ears of corn, which is pretty good. So today comes the other part, is you got to put it up. So me and Miss Libby this morning, we're going, you see what we're doing here. People don't know, it's called husking the corn. And you break it off, you got to shuck it back, break off the end, and then pull the silk off here, which Miss Libby has another method of doing this. She'd be in the video with me this morning, but she's holding the camera because I didn't bring out no tripod. I didn't bring out anything. But let me show you one more ear here and then we'll get going here. Let me get on over here. Show you. You can see how it looks. That's where it breaks off the stalk. Doing this for people who don't really know. You have to peel it back like that right there. Peel it back again. And some people, I'm not for sure, Miss Libby have to get me going here. Some people grill it with the husk on the grill. See, it has a little bad end on there, so all we're gonna do is snap her off and then pull off what we can get here. Then when Miss Libby gets in the house, and you know I keep saying Miss Libby, Miss Libby gets in the house, she's gonna finish the process up. Some of this corn we'll leave on the cob, and some of it we'll show you when we get ready to do it. Miss Libby just takes a knife, she puts it on top of a butt baking pan, I believe, and holds it in the center, and she just runs down through there. It's a lot easier to store when you take it off the cob. But that being said, we'll show you some more stuff. Miss Libby, I think, is going to be canning some stuff. Miss Libby, what are you going to be doing some stuff today in the kitchen? All right, she's going to be doing some more videos today. I ain't sure what they are, but she has some ideas about. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. She has some stuff she hasn't tried before that she's seen that she is going to do and everything. So on that note being said, y'all stay tuned and we'll bring you back here in a little bit. So have a blessed day. Well, welcome back. This morning we was outside shucking the corn and doing all that good stuff. You've seen that part of the video. Now this is the next part. This is the real good fun part we all get to have, but it's going to be good this winter. And Miss Libby's already been doing this for a while. I just had to run to town, came back and got drafted. I tried to get out the door before she got me, but it didn't work. So we can see sister-in-law that we borrowed this tiller from, the handy dandy brother-in-law, got us this handy dandy little corn cob thing right here. I told you how Miss Libby done it. She put it on the bunt pan and scraped it off. But pretty simple. Take the corn after you got it shook, been washed. I think Miss Libby's done all that. She's behind the camera here right now. She ain't gonna talk to me. But see, just my wife, Miss Libby starts at the top. I'm just starting here in the center. Comes down and it just comes right off. Miss Libby can do a lot better job than me. I'm trying to get fired, but it's not working. Then I flip it around, do it this way right here. And you can see the big old pan. Ain't this pan pretty neat? Miss Libby, show them that pan. We was raised with pans like this right here. Man, you had a pan like that, you was big and rich back in the day. But you can see the finished product right there. And Miss Libby's already starting to put it in bags. And there's enough in there for, I think one of them bags there's probably enough for a couple meals, you know. So, and we're moving along here. It's like we're gonna get several bags out of it. So I personally think it was well worth it. So this winter we'll have fresh corn straight out of the freezer and it'll be just as good as it is right now. Matter of fact, the grandson's is coming over tonight and we're gonna have fresh corn on the cob, and I know Miss Libby's got it going on over here. Chicken Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo, fresh tomatoes. I don't know, but I'm ready. So I believe that being done, I think we're gonna finish this one here up. So that on that note, we appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button, definitely hit the subscribe button and everything. We appreciate all your help. And we just appreciate you being with us today. Have a blessed day. Well, welcome back. This morning we was outside shucking the corn and doing all that good stuff. You've seen that part of the video. Now this is the next part. This is the real good fun part we all get to have. But it's going to be good this winter. And Miss Libby's already been doing this for a while. I just had to run to town, came back and got drafted. I tried to get out the door before she got me, but it didn't work. So we can see sister-in-law that we borrowed this tiller from, the handy-dandy brother-in-law, got us this handy-dandy little corn cob thing right here. I told you how Miss Libby done it. She put it on the bunt pan and scraped it off. But pretty simple. You take the corn after you got it shook, been washed. I think Miss Libby's done all that. She's behind the camera here right now. She ain't gonna talk to me. But see, just my wife, Miss Libby starts at the top. I'm just starting to hit in the center. Comes down and it just comes right off. Miss Libby can do a lot better job than me. I'm trying to get fired, but it's not working. Then I flip it around, do it this way right here. And you can see the big old pan. Ain't this pan pretty neat? Miss Libby, show them that pan. We was raised with pans like this right here. Man, you had a pan like that, you was big and rich back in the day. But you can see the finished product right there. And Miss Libby's already starting to put it in bags. And there's enough in there for, I think one of them bags there's probably enough for a couple meals, you know. So, and we're moving along here. It's like we're gonna get several bags out of it. So I personally think it was well worth it. So this winter we'll have fresh corn straight out of the freezer and it'll be just as good as it is right now. Matter of fact, the grandsons is coming over tonight and we're gonna have fresh corn on the cob. And I know Miss Libby's got it going on over here. Chicken Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo, fresh tomatoes. I don't know, but I'm ready. So I believe that being done, I think we're gonna finish this one here up. So that on that note, we appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button, definitely hit the subscribe button and everything. We appreciate all your help. And we just appreciate you being with us today. Have a blessed day.